Let's hold your government accountable. They're public servants. You're the stakeholders. Let's show you how. Okay, so first thing you want to look at is under board documents inside of the school policy. You can go right here to policy. You look up search bar, pertinent, and you'll find this caveat right here. Requirement of the Pennsylvania school board is to create laws. And one of the laws that the school board created was that the meeting agenda and all pertinent documents shall be available to the press and public at the meeting. The word shall means required to be. So there they go. They're going to have all these pertinent documents. So what do you think is pertinent, right? Pennsylvania School Code, right? Let's take a look. You can go right here to the find mode. Find 687, right? Enter. Sorry. Go back to where it was. And it's going to say that the proposed budget on the uniform form required by the Department of Education shall be printed or otherwise made available 20 days prior to the date of the adoption. How do you read that? All right, let's go to the next one. Pennsylvania school uses buses. The state uses buses. The state recognizes that buses are safer. The state collects taxes from every citizen in this state to support busing because it is 70 times safer. Protect the students, save the community. This is an easy one. Right? Let's go down here to the business office, right? When I look at, and you pull up, you can look at these budgets. I pulled them up in order. So this is June's budget. Let me get me out of here for a second. This is the information they provided. This is June's budget, right? They're going to have 18 million in regular programs, right? Special programs, vocational, 27 million on section 1 or the 1000s. Section 2, support services, 11 million. Operations, facilities, other expenditures. This is your debt. This is how much we spend in money to go to banks because we wanted something faster and borrowed the money, $113 million in debt, right? This is your debt obligation, which is about what? A little less than 10% of the budget. It's used up in debt. Jeez. Anyway, so this is June, right here. You can look at this on the data. This is June of 2019, and that's the number. Here we go. Coming up to February of 2020, right? So we went from 11.2 to 11.6. Things happen, but our busing went from 1.4 million to $1.6 million. Where's that $1.6 million coming? Where's that extra couple $100,000 coming from? Now this is February, this is before COVID problems, but still a budget of 1.6 million is hundreds of thousands of dollars higher than this. So when they cut out art or music or whatever and they make stuff up and move these numbers around or shuffle them around without board direct oversight like that should be, you get these kind of anomalies, right? And here's one for you. Let's go to the next one. So this is February, right? $11 million. This is May, 3 months later, $10 million. And then a couple weeks after that, this is June, and now you're down to $8 million. What do you think? Support services. Chopping the budget, right? So let's take a look at one of these areas a little more closely. Let's take a look at this one. Let's say when we look at 1,000, it comes down to personnel services and salaries, $8.7 million. Same group of people, $7.9 million in benefits. How about the next group of people? Here we got $2 million in salaries, $1.9 million in benefits. This is the opportunity for this school district to save tons of money. Now the district contracts are up in June. Are up in July, June. And then they really finish in August. They're being negotiated. July, and then they really finish in August. They're being negotiated. Who's negotiating? Joy's not in any of the negotiation. I'm not invited in any negotiation meetings. Joy's not. Richard Belts is not in negotiating meetings. Nor is Gail Mahalik. The 4 people that wanted to look at this budget before you passed it, the diligent ones that are not neglecting their duty, rubber stamping everything the administration gives them, or giving them a blind trust? Are they even negotiating with these union representatives that makes up the vast majority of your budget? Who's watching the hen house? Who's got the key? All right, well, a couple more things. We looked at pertinent documents. And a pertinent document used to look like, let me put this up for a second, I have to black bar this for a second. Used to look like something like this. I can unblack bar this one. Hold on a second. And it's basically, hey, it's millage change, right? Revenue of the budget. That one I can show you, right? And it goes across, and it gives you a couple of years and then all the numbers, right? So you can kind of review what's going on. Hey, what do you know? Supplies and books, right in the budget. So when they say, hey, where's the stuff? If they don't have it, you know, I don't understand why our administration is not providing this information. It used to. Here's all the different locations. Summary, revenues, salaries, buildings and grounds, grants, high school, special ed, curriculum, tech, right? We need tech. We're in a pandemic. People are homeschooled. Why would we ever remove an IT guy? Now, legally, the responsibility to remove an IT guy would be that of the board. So when our government agency abdicates its authority to the very people they were elected to oversee, you get documents like this. Who eliminated all these positions? I've never been in a board meeting where we said, we're going to get rid of this position. We're going to get rid of nurses during the pandemic. We're going to get rid of coaches because we don't need them. We're going to get rid of band and or chorus and or music or support staff people. The board's not doing their job. They neglected the duty. 321, oath of office, act with fidelity. How could you ever act with fidelity in that situation? Let me tell you what fidelity looks like. Here is the board. This is right out of the AFR. Board published document. School board, underneath us is the solicitor. Underneath the board is the superintendent. Underneath the superintendent is all these people. We oversee them. Above this is the stakeholders who oversees us. You need to oversee us. We have five people on a board that are willing to get a budget at 5:30 and pass it at 7 in a public meeting where they don't even know what they're spending on books. And by the way, we still don't know, because our district currently does not provide the lawfully transparent information to the board of directors that are supposed to be providing the oversight. They keep that board blind, and they willingly accept a blind trust. Rubber stampers. Fix it, guys. Right? 318 allows you to remove them. I'm trying. I published with some other taxpayers. We filed some documents, and hopefully we'll get some justice here, right? Take a look at this pertinent document. Now, this was done by our board of school directors, right? We go to a finance committee meeting. Someone must have asked for this document, or it got it, or just maybe the business manager offered it. But at the same time, they left out this column which would say, how many parcels do we have, right? And when you do the math backwards, you show up that you have 11,800 parcels. Here you have 11,007, assuming these numbers are not fabricated, right? We're losing parcels. We're losing parcels. We have a mass exodus. In my political science, I used to have something that said, end the exodus, because people can't afford to live here and get reduced educational benefits. And now how are you gonna live here without any busing transportation? 70 times safer. I think you're gonna see a miracle happen. What do you know? We're gonna go back to this number, right? This is what we used last year. This is what they originally wanted. This is what they wanted later. Back up. And this is what they're looking for now, right? And they're going to go back and say, hey, we can squeeze this a little bit. We're going to find busing. Those wonderful, magnanimous people, right, are going to find busing. And if you look at the salary part, let's go up here on the salary. Right here. Let's just scroll through these and take a peek. So 18.5, 18.9, first preliminary budget back in February. 18.9. Let's go a little higher. Let's go over $19 million come the end of May, right? And let's settle on 18.5 again. Who's shuffling all this money around? They need to find about $300,000, maybe $4, to meet the busing requirement because we get subsidized 62 cents on the dollar and we're only $1 million off. Should be a no-brainer. Why? I have no idea. Now, Pennsylvania School Code does talk about moving money out of a budget, and it apparently takes 3 months, right? You can't pass a budget and then wing it and then just change it, you know? But you got to look into that a little deeper. Have yourself a nice day. Thank you.